Professional courtesy. You cannot capture non-pawn pieces with your pieces of the same type. So I cannot capture knights with knights. Interesting, interesting. That's pretty reasonable. It's pretty rare that I would do that anyway. Because, 9 times out of 10, if you're attacking oh, my opponent counter-revealed. I mean, if you can capture a piece in a way that doesn't expose your capturing piece to recapture, you must. Okay, I can definitely see how that would be useful. Because I could just, throw away... Am I misunderstanding the drawback here? I must be. Like, for instance, if I wanted the knight out of the way, I'd put a pawn here. They'd have no choice but to capture that. But I couldn't, Okay, yeah. There are some applications to that. I think both of our drawbacks are pretty easy. All things considered. Okay, fine, I'll just leave. Yeah. So, let's see here. What's a good game plan? Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, we're basically playing normal chess. I don't think either of our drawbacks are very helpful. I would require a master plan to get any use out of that other drawback. So, I don't know. Just doesn't seem very... I mean, obviously, if it were devastating, then they wouldn't have revealed it, so... The fact that they revealed it meant that they were so confident that, I couldn't do anything with it. Because, it's specifically if you do that capture in a way that doesn't expose you to recapture. Which, if you can capture in a way that doesn't expose you to recapture, then there's very rarely a reason not to do that, unless for some reason you're in check and then I make you capture instead of moving your king out of check. That's the only application of that. See, okay. So I can... So I would need a move that simultaneously puts the king in check. So I would need a discovered check. I would need a discovered check that forces them to... I don't know. See, that's the issue. See, but that would be a recapture, so obviously that doesn't count. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Real tough. Quite the puzzle we're working with here. Of course, it's also possible to just play normal chess and just go for a checkmate, but Oh, I'll just take that knight. Okay, Well, yeah, this is... Oh, right, yeah, of course. Well, yeah, that was basically normal chess, all things considered. Other than, like, I was mildly hindered, but I couldn't think of a way to actually hinder them. But anyway, next game. Centralized command. You can only capture if you've moved your king in the last 3 turns. Okay? Let me make some room for my king to move then. Huh, you know, maybe that pawn wasn't the pawn to push for my first turn, now that I think about it, because, you know, I just blundered a pawn. Fortunately, my opponent doesn't know that, but I still blundered a pawn. That's not ideal way to start, I suppose. Their name is also You Reveal, I Reveal, but I have no reason to believe that they are an entity of their word. So, you know. And we already have a video that's a cautionary tale about why you shouldn't reveal. Because then you lose. That's what tends to happen. Well, I guess you can reveal if your drawback is like the easiest thing in the entire universe or something. But like if it's not, then, you know, what are you doing? Speaking of what are you doing, what is my opponent doing? It's been a minute and a half since they've moved. Nothing has happened. You know, I've been yapping so much, but then I realized I've only been yapping. There hasn't been a piece to push. I haven't accomplished anything. What is the meaning of this? Their drawback can't be that bad that they have to think this hard. Especially about their second move in the entire game. Is it something like, if they have more material than me, they lose or something? So they're like, I don't know. But whatever the matter is, it cannot be that serious. It cannot be that serious. Anyway, yeah. What was the last game? It was like, I can't capture the same thing, pretty much. And then my opponent's last thing was, if you can capture and it doesn't let the opponent recapture, then you have to do that capture. And leave a comment down below, because that drawback still stumps me. Because from what I understand, the only way to take advantage of that drawback would be some kind of discovered check where you move a piece in a place where it's blundered, but you're also checking the king simultaneously, so they have to capture the blundered piece and then you capture the king. That's the only way I can even think of that drawback being useful. So, if there are other ways that I could have fought against that drawback other than needing to set up a very specific type of discovered check, let me know down in the comments while we're waiting for my opponent to move, because my opponent is really taking their sweet time. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, I guess this is chess. They're thinking. They have a lot of thoughts to think. But, you know, I've got places to be, pieces to move, pawns to push, viewers to entertain. How could I possibly sit idly by while You Reveal, I Reveal just sits here? I mean, I just don't see what there is to think about. It can't be that complicated. Unless the reason why they're taking so long is that they're waiting for me to reveal my drawback, and then they'll reveal their drawback. So their name, You Reveal, I Reveal, is actually a mandatory set of instructions. Well, there's only one way to find out. Reveal drawback to opponent.